It's the herd hierarchy, top 10 teams in the NFL. You're going to blanch at maybe a couple of them, but here we go.
Herd hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
Right now today, Denver is a top 10 team. 5-0 since week 7. 4 of the 5 teams they've beaten have winning records, allowing 16 points a game. Best turnover differential in the league. Excellent backs, power football, young athletic defense. Good enough receivers, Mims, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Dulcich coming back at tight end. 20 touchdowns, 4 picks for Russell Wilson. This morning, that is a top 10 team in the NFL.
Number 9.
Buffalo. Listen, they're crazy, but 6 of their losses are by 6 points. They are what they were 3 years ago. Josh Allen leads the NFL with 24 touchdown passes and 13 picks and 16 total giveaways. They're one of the more penalized teams in the NFL. In fact, I think they're the most penalized team. This is what they are. They're not buttoned up. I called them the Mike Tyson. Just depends on who they fight. They'll knock you out in the first round or lose a close fight late because they're bad on the details. But you can't tell me they're not a top 10 team in the league. They had Philadelphia beaten about 3 different times in that football game in Philadelphia.
Number 8.
Miami. I have my issues with them, the speedboat of the NFL. They're 1-3 against teams that are 500 or better. But we have to be fair. If I'm going to support Russell Wilson with Sean Payton, I got to support Tua with Mike McDaniels. Tua under Mike McDaniels. 16 wins, 8 losses, 67% completion percentage, passer rating at 104.6. It's a good team. They don't have the defense of Denver, but Tua with this coach and these weapons feels like a playoff team to me. Miami at 8.
Number 7.
Detroit. Love their offensive line and ability to control the clock with the run game. Jared Goff's gotten sloppy in the last couple of weeks. They have a hole on this team that is going to take them out of the Super Bowl running. They're bad on the back end of their defense, and I'm not sure this coaching staff can solve it. They're just not. They don't have the personnel on the back end. They're like the Chargers. They can outplay you and lose because they give up cheap stuff on the back end. But they have the number 1 ranked offensive line, the number 2 total offense. They can win shootouts, and they are capable of winning a playoff game, Detroit.
Number 6.
I like Jacksonville. Least penalized team in the NFL. Only undefeated team on the road this year. Do you know that? 6-0 on the road. That says something. 6-0 on the road this year. I like Jacksonville. Do I think they can win a Super Bowl? No, that's my top 4 teams in the league. My top 4 teams, I think, are Super Bowl teams. Jacksonville can win on the road. Star quarterback, clever offensive coach. I got him at 6.
Number 5.
Dallas. They crush the teams they should. You do get credit for that. Now, they've played the easiest schedule in the NFL, and they've beaten up on the dregs of the league. But again, you get credit for that. Their remaining 5 games are much, much tougher. They play Seattle, Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions. But let's be fair with Dak. Over his last 6 games, he's been terrific. 18 TDs, 2 picks. We got to be fair. The CeeDee Lamb-Dak combination, it's got a Burrow, Jamar Chase feel to it. It's big boy football. Dallas at number 5.
Number 4.
And here are my Super Bowl teams. Baltimore. I may have them 1 spot low. Listen, Baltimore's got the number 1 rush offense and the number 2 scoring defense. I like them. They're fast. They're physical. Opposing quarterbacks passer rating, 72. Lowest in the league. Again, I may have them a spot low, but I think if they played my number 3 team tomorrow, I'd take my number 3 team, so Baltimore's at 4.
Number 3.
And Kansas City by an inch. Keep your eye on Rashee Rice. Looks like he could be their number 1 receiver. So I've said I think they have a bunch of 3s. Rashee Rice, he was a second-round kid, may become the number 1. They also showed they can score in the second half. They've also, let's be fair with Kansas City, played the second hardest schedule. I still have doubts about their second half offense. It was the Raiders, but Rashee Rice, his growth is really interesting.
Number 2.
San Francisco. When Trent Williams plays, they win 8-1. They lead the NFL in turnover differential. I think they have the most weapons in the NFL. Philadelphia beats everybody narrowly. They can blow people out. If they have their people, they blow people out. Devo, Christian, Kittle, Ayuk. Those are dudes. And I think they can beat you in multiple ways, so I have San Francisco at number 2.
Number 1.
Listen, Philadelphia, 31 consecutive weeks, they've had the best record in the league. It's choppy. It's inartistic, but they're 7-1 in one-score games. Their O-line, D-line combination is excellent. They are not a perfect team. You can beat them downfield. But my top 4 teams are the teams I believe this morning should be favorites and can hoist a trophy. Philadelphia 1, San Francisco 2, Kansas City 3, and Baltimore 4. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.